So today I'm not going to talk about tax. I'm going to talk about something which is impacting many people and it's need to be discussed now. So I firmly believe that your mental health doesn't start from your mental health. It starts with your financial health. So if somebody is financially well, he's sound, the mental health somewhere fall into that. Yes, there may be a personal reason for falling into mental health, but if somebody's financial hours in going, you cannot treat that person with any medicine. You have to fix their financials. So today I'm going to talk about a topic which many people don't want to talk. That's debt trap. I call it sometimes death trap. Right. So the thing is, recently I come across a post on one of the social media platform, Reddit, where a person who was earning 1.65 lakhs and was paying EMI 1.85 lakhs. How that situation arrives? That person lost almost 80 lakh rupees doing F&O trading. He took loan from on personal loan. He took credit card loans and whatever wherever he could get it. And finally, when he wake up, he was already deep inside something. 18 lakh loss. 25,000 gap in his income and EMI before he buy even a single liter of milk for his family. Now think about mental health of that fellow. Can any doctor treat him? That person was on the verge of mental collapse. Anything can happen. Luckily, he went to media and social media and he asked for help. Many people told him, but some people advised him. I basically got hit by that post and I almost thought about that, what should be done. And here I am posting 5 steps anybody can take to get out of that trap. Of course, it will take time, but he can get out of that debt trap because such situations need help, guidance, not trolling. So let me tell you, already I have written an article on my Instagram channel. Sorry, it's a LinkedIn profile, and you can go and read that. If you don't like reading, just stick with me. In 2 minutes, I will explain that 5 steps. Anybody who's stuck like that can get out of this. So the first step is closing the Demat account and closing the habit which have put you here. The F&O was never for you and it should never come again. And the best part, you have to ring fence your habit. You have to close your F&O account and vow that you will not do that again. If you don't do this, you will keep repeating the same circle and you will keep getting into more and more worse situation than this. So first step, close the Demat account. Close any way you can trade again. Second step, if you're holding a house loan, this can be a savior for you. So what you have to do, you have to do 2 things with your house loan. First, go to your bank and you have to ask them to offer a top-up loan. Mostly bank offer a top-up loan, which can be anything 5 lakh, 10 lakh rupees. With that top-up loan, first thing you have to do is close your credit card loan, which is drawing something 36% to 42% interest rate. Second thing, whatever amount left, second you are going to close your personal loan, which may be 12% to 14%. This will relieve you from higher interest loans. Second thing, you are going to again go with your bank and ask them to increase your tenure. So if your home loan is for 20 years, ask them to stretch it to 25 or 30. That will reduce your house loan tenure. Only this single step number 2, will give you a breathing space of anything maybe 30 to 40,000 rupees. So at least you can have something to fall back. Third step, you have to sell your car. If you are sitting on a car which is again on EMI, most of cases in India, we don't buy car for driving. We basically buy a car to show off. It's a status symbol rather than a requirement. And I'm not saying because car is worthless. The thing is, once you sell the car, 3 important things will happen with you. First, your car loan EMI will be stopped. Second, repair, maintenance, fuel expenses will stop. And third, your insurance and yearly maintenance will stop. I know you can still travel for some time using Uber, Ola, and maybe the public transport. Of course, this looks like a downgrade, but you have to do it because you are in a really bad situation. Fourth step is you have to little bit downgrade. Now, understand, when life is at stake, the lifestyle can take a backseat for some time. I'm not asking you to close this or do this for your whole life. Just till the time you get a promotion or you get a job which is paying you slightly better so that you get slightly more breathing. So the fourth step, you have to close all the expenses which is unnecessarily. Maybe a gym where you don't go, maybe some hobbies which is just taking money but nothing giving you return, right? This all things are going to save you at least 40,000, 50,000 easily. With that much money, the first thing you have to do is create an emergency fund. Anything 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees, you have to have with you, right? And one most important part here I want to say, don't close your health insurance or life insurance policy. You have to first pay before paying anybody, because in wrong situation or in worse situations generally things which should not happens. And these two things, your life insurance and your health insurance, are biggest supporter in that situation. So always keep them updated, don't close them. Last important thing, file your income tax return and claim whatever F&O loss you have done. I know if you're not going to trade, you may not use those loss, but the thing is, if you have any business income in future, you can set up that and you can save 30%. For idea, you can have a business on your name for some time just to adjust this profit. You are saving 30% tax. If suppose somebody else business you take on your name, save 30% taxes, you can easily divide 15%. It can help you somewhere. So with these 5 steps, you can get out of any situation. So home loan or home is not only saving you from rains, thunderstorms, or seasonal whatever extremity is there, it can save you from get out of debt also. Now, before I close, one important point I want to share with my other people who are watching.